Mahan here. I'm the director of Overcomers Ministry. It's a recovery ministry here at Eastview Christian Church. And I want to share with you tonight something about mindsets that hurt and hinder. And I gleaned it from one of the pastors online, but I think it will bring you some insight and revelation. And this particular devotional was talking about the people of Israel and how they wandered around in the desert for 40 years, making what should have been an 11-day journey much, much longer. And why was that? Was it because of their enemies, their circumstances, or the trials along the way? Or was it something entirely different that prevented them from arriving at their destination? Have you ever wondered why the Israelites spent all that time in the desert? Maybe it's because they had wilderness mentalities. Let me ask you, is your mind in the desert? We really shouldn't look at the Israelites with such astonishment, because most of us do the exact same thing. We go around and around the same mountain instead of making progress. It takes us years to experience victory over something that could and should have been dealt with quickly and put behind us. Through study and revelation, God has shown me that wilderness mentalities are wrong mindsets. We can have right mindsets that will benefit us, or wrong mindsets that will hurt us and hinder our progress. Colossians 3:2 teaches us to set our minds and keep them set when we need our minds set in the right direction. Wrong mindsets not only affect our circumstances, but they also affect our inner life. There was a time when my circumstances weren't bad, but I couldn't enjoy anything in my life because my mind was in the desert. Now, my wife and I had a nice home, 2 beautiful boys, good jobs, and enough money to live comfortably. However, I couldn't enjoy our blessings because I had several wilderness mentalities that had me trapped. So I say to you today, don't miss your promised land. Some people see things negatively because they've experienced unhappy circumstances all their lives and can't imagine anything getting any better. Some people see things this way. Then there are those who see everything as bad and negative simply because that's the way they feel on the inside. Whatever the cause, a negative outlook leaves a person miserable. And can I tell you that you're unable to make any progress toward the promised land when you're this way? God called the children of Israel out of Egypt, out of bondage, and into the land he promised to give them as a perpetual inheritance, land that flowed with milk and honey, and every good thing that they could imagine. It was a land where there'd be no shortage of anything they needed. Land of prosperity in every realm of their existence. And it's available to us, to you and me. Most of the generation that the Lord called out of Egypt never entered that promised land. Instead, they died in the desert. To me, this is one of the saddest things that someone could have happen. To have so much available, but not to enjoy it. So I ask you, why not enjoy the journey? I was one of those people for many years of my life. Many of you who know me, the old me, can testify to that. I was on my way to the promised land, which is heaven, but I wasn't enjoying the trip. My mind was in the desert, and I was dying in the desert. My wilderness mentalities were keeping me from dealing with those areas of my life that God wanted to touch and redeem. I was stuck, going around and around that same mountain. But thank God for His mercy. He helped me to identify and change those wrong mindsets. Today, my mind is renewed, and I have a new way of thinking, and I have been rescued from the desert. I am redeemed. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so, and I say so. What God did for me, He certainly can do for you. Ask Him to show you your wilderness mentalities and help you make the necessary changes. He can deliver your mind from the desert and help you enjoy the journey to the promised land.